Quizzonia.
Are we all present?
The two boys are not yet around.
The sky looks very wide. I wonder what it is composed of.
Well, the sky you're looking above is the thin blanket of gas we call atmosphere.
So, what is our atmosphere for?
The atmosphere makes it possible for us to live and exist on Earth. It is as important as our parents because without it, there would be no life on Earth.
Oh, I get it. Atmosphere is the most essential part of a livable Earth. So, we take in oxygen for our respiratory. Does it mean that the atmosphere is purely composed of oxygen?
Well, not likely. It is because there are numerous number of gases that compose our atmosphere. Look at this pizza that I brought. Let us divide it according to the presence of the gases in our atmosphere.
We had divided the pizza according to the presence of the gases in the atmosphere. The first is the largest part, the second part, and the third as the smallest part.
This part is the nitrogen, which composed of 78% of gases in the atmosphere.
Nitrogen constitutes 78% of the atmosphere, and that is a constituent of organic compounds.
So, what about this part?
This part is 21% of the atmosphere. It is called oxygen.
Oxygen is a reactive element that is found in water, in most rocks and minerals, in numerous organic compounds, and as a colorless, tasteless, odorless diatomic gas constituting 21% of the atmosphere.
So, how about the smallest part?
This part is the argon with 1% and other gases present in the atmosphere.
Argon is a colorless, odorless inert gas element found in the air and in volcanic gases and used especially in welding. Argon is the smallest part of the atmosphere, about 1%, including argon and other gases in the atmosphere.
Oh, there you are. I thought I'm already lost. What happened to your pizza?
Oh, we slice it according to the percentage of gases in the atmosphere.
Oh, okay. I brought here 5 pieces of peachy peachy.
Hey, let's take a picture of it and let's eat after everybody has arrived.
Okay, smile.
Beautiful! One more!
Okay, I'll upload it in my Facebook. Oh, why can't I connect? Maybe it's because of the clouds. It's cloudy today. It may have affected the bouncing back of the signals from the mesosphere.
So, what is mesosphere?
So, mesosphere is one part or layer of our atmosphere. of these peachy peaches?
This peachy peaches is layered into 5, just like our atmosphere, which is divided into 5 different layers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 different layers because the atmosphere is not uniform. Its properties change with altitude. 2 properties change with altitude: the air pressure and the air temperature. Let's take a look at each layer individually. There are 5 distinct layers of our atmosphere: the troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and the exosphere. The first layer of the atmosphere is the troposphere. It is about 15 kilometers above sea level. It is the layer nearest to our Earth. The temperature drops as the altitude increases. Just above it is the tropopause, which serves as the boundary between troposphere and the next layer. The troposphere goes from 0 kilometers to 15 kilometers. This layer is said to be the home of the clouds. More than half the air in the total atmosphere is in this layer. All weather happens in the troposphere. In this layer also occurs the taking off of the airplanes, the parachute jump, and the hot air balloon. The second layer is the stratosphere. The stratosphere is about 50 kilometers above sea level. The temperature goes up with the altitude. This layer also contains the ozone layer, which protects us from the UVB rays, or the harmful rays of the sun. The stratosphere goes from 16 kilometers to 50 kilometers. Most jets fly in this layer. Rivers of air called jet streams can be found at the base of this layer. Air here is sustained and dry because the protective ozone is at the top of the atmosphere. It is called the ozone layer. It protects us from the ultraviolet radiation of the sun. The next layer is the mesosphere. It is about 90 kilometers above sea level. In this mesosphere, the temperature drops with altitude. There is also what we call the mesopause, which divides the mesosphere and the next layer. In this layer is where the noctilucent clouds is found. This is also the layer which burns up the meteors as it approaches the surface of our Earth. It is also the coldest layer of the atmosphere. Radio waves are reflected back to Earth in the mesosphere. The next layer is the thermosphere. It is about 300 kilometers from the Earth's surface. Its temperature increases as its altitude increases as well. This is the fourth layer of the atmosphere. The thermosphere is the hottest layer of the atmosphere. Curtains of light called auroras occur in this layer. The ionosphere is found in the thermosphere. This is the component of the thermosphere that makes the aurora. The last layer of the atmosphere is the exosphere. It is about 500 kilometers above sea level. Its temperature increases as its altitude increases as well. The exosphere is the outermost layer of the atmosphere. It is said that there is no explainable boundary between the exosphere and the outer space. Satellites orbit the Earth in the exosphere. And that is all about the story of my Peachy Peaches and the 5 layers of the atmosphere.
Wow, your Peachy Peaches are very useful. Oh, there it is. There's already a signal. I can now upload our pictures in the social network.
Guys,
Hello! We are now complete. Okay, let us pray first before we eat our rosan.